This new case resolution service is making a major difference to identifying potentially difficult areas and improving payment delivery for banks and customers.
Banks have been involved in developing the service since the start, allowing quick and easy adoption. At the moment, some 75 Global Payments Initiative members and 6 case management providers are participating in the service.
Well, the aim now, though, is to make this service the new normal for the full SWIFT community by the end of 2025. Well, we're now joined by Vikram Paranjpe, who's the Senior Product Manager at Global Clearing and FI Payments at Citi Treasury and Trade Solutions, Chris O'Leary, Director of Product Management at Pegasystems, and Hiroyuki Sakai, who's the Joint General Manager of Operations Management Division at Aozora Bank. Gentlemen, a very good day to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, I want to start first with you, Vikram, because you're one of the very first and indeed brave GPI members to go live with case resolution. So congratulations. But remind us what this solution is actually all about.
Great. Yeah, thank you very much. And indeed, we went live last month, and we're really excited to be on this transformative journey. So what is case resolution about? So we need to really, I guess, look at the problem statement and what case resolution is trying to solve for. So today, although it's a relatively small percentage, there are still issues with missing or incorrect information related to the payment instruction which creates that friction in the payment system. You know, it results in delays to funds being transferred. It's a source of frustration for clients. The resulting inquiries and cases that are raised are done today using unstructured MT199 messages, emails, or phone calls, or all of these options, in fact. And the way banks exchange and communicate the queries serially through a chain has really not fundamentally changed. So through case resolution, it's really addressing these friction points by doing a few key things. It's fundamentally changing that interbank query management model by enabling banks to interact dynamically, directly with the relevant counterparty that has the information that can provide and help resolve the underlying inquiry. It's introducing the use of structured message formats and reason codes leveraging ISO 222. And thirdly, it's also about providing banks the options to use the new API connectivity model or method to drive this dynamic real-time interaction that's needed in this future state that we're fast evolving towards. And collectively, all of these component parts of the solution serves to address the existing friction and pain points that we currently see and experience today.
Vikram, tell us about what's driving you to be an early adopter.
So from the outset, we've been strong advocates for case resolution, and we really recognize the business value it offers. Our goal is to provide a real-time, seamless cross-border payments experience. And by extension, that means ensuring we can process underlying customer payment inquiries seamlessly, really straight through, as near real-time as possible, to minimize the delays and reduce those resolution times. The service certainty that case resolution brings through greater transparency, through improved SLAs, case audit trail, those types of features, it allows us to execute on that strategy and it in a much more meaningful way. And it also complements the investment we are making to improve the entire customer experience in this post-payment processing space.
OK, Chris, can I bring you in? Because is this solution now part of your general offering?
Indeed, Julia, yes, it is. For almost a year, case resolution has been a core part of our end-to-end Smart Investigate solution, which is used by dozens of banks worldwide to resolve SWIFT payment exceptions.
And Chris, how was this early involvement, invitation, if you will, beneficial for you?
Well, Johnny, thank you for the question. It was an easy decision to join this group of pioneers, really, and early adopters, since so many of our clients were urging us to do so. We appreciated the chance to collaborate with leading banks worldwide, both clients and non-clients, as well as to offer the expertise that we have gained over the past 30 years serving this market. Of course, the biggest benefit was that our clients appreciated that we had a solution for case management as early as we did in the fall of 2019.
Hiroyuki, can I move it now to you? Because I want to look at things from the Japanese perspective, because the community there decided on a countrywide adoption of case resolution. So can you clarify what this initiative consists of and what the main drivers for the community have been?
Yeah, thank you for having me today. So let me give you some context as to why we onboarded GCase as a community in Japan. So last year, SWIFT made a special arrangement to member bank in Japan to adopt GPI. They organized a community onboarding to implement GPI at a reasonable cost. More than 60 banks were happy to take up this offer. We felt confident to adopt GPI successfully by working closely with SWIFT and with other banks. SWIFT Japan also organized regular GPI update session, sharing latest information and feature enhancements to increase the efficiency of cross-border payments. We recognized in the session that GCase could definitely help reduce friction, as well as we all have to deal with additional queries to the payment transactions. On average, about 2% of all payment requires some special handling, and quite often it takes 1 to 2 weeks to get a response. We need to send MT199 messages, make a phone calls to the intermediary banks, or get evidence from beneficiary. It takes a lot of effort. We realized that we could reduce this effort by using GCase, just submitting a query to the ordinary bank's directory through the tracker and without RMA, and we can receive the answer within 1 or 2 days. This is a very big improvement.
Hiroyuki,
Due to those benefits.
Oh, sorry, please finish your point.
Sorry. So due to those benefits, SWIFT offers the GK service as part of the early adopter program. The project implementation is going smoothly, and today the community members are happy to join this early adopter program.
If I can stay with you a second, Hiroyuki, for which implementation model have most banks chosen GUI and why?
Okay, so joining banks are mostly small and medium-sized banks. So we think the manual GUI and the most suitable solution, considering the low transaction volume and how easy it is to install. Aozora Bank was the first bank to pass the GCase certification test, and there were 3 key findings. First, it was easy to activate the GCase functions using the tracker configuration. It took less than 1 hour to check the manual, setting the parameter in the configuration, and to confirm the activation of GCase. It was a speedy and efficient process. Second, we think the operation of GCase by manual GUI is easy and quick. For example, we can click the pull-down menu and select the standardized code or make comment as free format. GCase screen shows how to operate visually and no need to input complicated data or codes manually. Actually, it is much easier than creating a separate MT199. Third, it doesn't require any additional investment like system development. Just some administrative arrangement can activate the service. So we were able to finish the mandatory 4 test cases in 2 hours on the same day.
Okay, so a success story there. Chris, I want to bring you in because, look, from your perspective, how do you expect this service to make the lives of your customers much easier?
Well, our clients, Juliet, are deriving great benefits. We were pleased to be working with Citi in their early adoption of GCase and case resolution. But our clients are benefiting primarily through the integration of case resolution messaging with our end-to-end exception management solution. they will realize continued benefits, I believe, in terms of reduced operating costs, providing a better customer experience for their customers, and improved loss and recovery rates, all of which benefit from case resolution.
And Vikram, if I can come back to you, how do you hope to see this global take-up?
So that's a great question. So I think in my mind, there are two real drivers that are going to sort of really influence the take-up. One is the transition of GPI case resolution to community case solution. This is when all banks on the network from November 2022 are expected to send and receive their investigation query flows to and from the central capability, the Swift tracker or the Swift orchestration platform. And that really will be I guess, the inflection point for the industry in terms of mass uptake and really moving towards a standardized community case solution across the network that all banks can really derive the benefits from. The other factor I think which also should be sort of noted is really as banks are planning and thinking about their migration strategies, their business readiness for ISO 20022, case resolution as a service is a good example of a value add service that actually builds on the foundations of the rich structured data sets that ISO 20022 provides for. And certainly for GPI banks that have made that investment in GPI, actually looking to sort of deliver some of the early benefits and quantify some of the benefits of that investment in GPI through case resolution is also another reason for being an early adopter and getting involved in this initiative and driving adoption.
OK, gentlemen, we'll have to leave it there, but thank you so much for joining us. And we all wish you a very good Sibos week. Thanks there to Vikram, Chris and Hiroyuki.